tell you to do, and how can there be no plans, but you can't have any part plans. How can there be no plans, but you can't have any part plans? Hey, the courtroom is a three-ring circus. You wonder how they can make such a fuss when the judge is the biggest clown of all. You know he only wants to see you take a fall. And how can there be no plan, but you can't have any part plan? How can there be no plan, but you can't have any part plan? And murder is illegal until they send you off to war. When it's always raining bullets and you get to watch young blood pour. Now little kids up top are having guns, is having fun until Dad leaves the final loaded one. And how can there be no plan, but you can't have any part plan? How can there be no plan, but you can't have any part plan? Well, at least grass will get you high. Well, radiation only makes you die. Now the trouble with the nukes is there's just too many flukes. And how can there be no plan, but you can't have any part plan? How can there be no plan, but you can't have any part plan? Only yesterday I seen the police out shooting at a lonesome breeze. Everywhere you go is a no standing zone. I swear to God, they just won't leave you alone. And how can there be no plans, but you can't have any part plan? How can there be no plans, but you can't have any part plan? One more time, oh how can there be no plan, but you can't have any part plan? Part plan or mixed plan? Thank you. This is called the Butterfly Lament. If I can be your sweet loving man, then let me be the crown you walk upon. Yeah, if I can't be the one that you really love, then please let me be your sunny day. Well, when things are going your way. Going your way. Oh, you know I wouldn't die for you, babe. And anything you wanted me to do. Oh, but there you are, like a luminous star. Well, like these old rolling stones. Such a long way from my home, such a long way. If I can't be in your bloodstream, baby, you can't even be my dream. I'm just a butterfly. I love you till I die. And then, ooh, if you want me to go away, well, I'll be gone today. If that's what you want. Oh, I'm just a butterfly. I love you till I die. Yeah, I'm just a butterfly. I love you till I die. Ooh, I'm just a butterfly. Gunning burning for your love. Oh, I'm just a butterfly. I love you till I die.
Rainbow! Put your hands together for Rainbow folks.
Thank you.
Hoppa!
Oh, thank you, man. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, I know a bunch of new people have just come in, and so I would like to mention the very first rule. Shut the fuck up! Thank you. You are at a public performance. Please allow the performers to make all the noise. Also, it's being recorded and sent out live on the internet, and your conversation will crash their video, and they'll go home to watch them, and all they'll do is hear you talking over them. So please, 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 please have manners, or I'll get you.
Yeah.
Up next, ladies and gentlemen, one of our regular singer-songwriters here. We just love, you never know what this guy's going to come up with, and he probably did it 10 minutes ago. Ladies and gentlemen, Johnny Hernandez.
Okay, here we go.
Yeah.
You want a anchor? The top sword? Do they still say that? I think it's
Perfect.
top sword.
No problem.
Johnny Hernandez, ladies and gentlemen.
Okay. So, as you know, our relations with Cuba are changing.
Thank you.
So, this is called This Cubano-American Song. There used to be a band on Havana, now it's gone. So I decided to write this Cubano-American song. There used to be a band on Havana, now it's gone. So I decided to write this Cubano-American song. Now you can sing Babalu the same way that Ricky Ricardo used to do, and you can play the conga drum at the Tropicana without caring where your passport is from. Of course, there's a sing-along. This is it. There used to be a band on Havana, now it's gone. So I decided to write this Cubano-American song. Join in. There used to be a band on Havana, now it's gone. So I decided to write this Cubano-American song. They drive those classic American cars from out of the past and smoke those hand-rolled Cuban cigars politicians tend to stash. Now we can import and export most anything either way. Maybe they'd be willing to sell us back our old Fords and Chevrolets. There used to be a band on Havana, now it's gone. So I decided to write this Cubano-American song. You can join in. There used to be a band on Havana, now it's gone. So I decided to write this Cubano-American song. Our new friends Fidel and Raul will welcome you there. Visit the beaches, sit in the sun, breathe the fresh air. After siesta comes the fiesta with traditional food. Boliche or anything with mojito sauce will surely put you in a mambo mood, where you can sing Babalu the same way that Ricky Ricardo used to do, and you can play the conga drum at the Tropicana without caring where your passport is from. Let's take it out here. There used to be a band on Havana, now it's gone. So I decided to write this Cubano-American song. There used to be a band on Havana, now it's gone. So I decided to write this Cubano-American song. Babalu. Where you at, Peter? You out there somewhere? Peter, you don't like this one, Peter.
That one.
We'll delve into punk here. But boys are girls and girls are boys. They can play with each other's toys. It doesn't matter what they wear or how they choose to do their hair. And if the question should arise, guys are now girls and girls are guys. Guys are now girls and girls are guys. Sing it with me. Guys are now girls and girls are guys. Guys are now girls and girls are guys. Everyone thinks they know the best way to live, and if they'd mind their own business, this might work. But all too often they try to tell others what to do, then like a jerk they expect compliance and performance on cue. When boys are girls and girls are boys, they can play with each other's toys. It doesn't matter what they wear, how they choose to do their hair. And if the question should arise, guys are now girls and girls are guys. Guys are now girls and girls are guys. You can join in. Guys are now girls and girls are guys. I can't hear ya. Guys are now girls and girls are guys. People should be free to live their own lives and be whomever or whatever they choose, as long as they extend the same courtesy to others with differing points of view. Do unto others isn't anything new. But boys are girls and girls are boys. They can play with each other's toys. It doesn't matter what they wear or how they choose to do their hair. And if the question should arise, guys are now girls and girls are guys. Guys are now girls and girls are guys. Let's hear it. Guys are now girls and girls are guys. Guys are now girls and girls are guys. A rainbow is made when the clouds and the rain let the sun come shining through. Maybe we all need a rainbow in our brains to illuminate each other's point of view. Yeah. When boys are girls and girls are boys, they can play with each other's toys. It doesn't matter what they wear or how they choose to do their hair. And if the question should arise, guys are now girls and girls are guys. What are they? Guys are now girls and girls are guys. What? Guys are now girls and girls are guys. One more time. Guys are now girls and girls are guys.
Johnny Hernandez.
Seems to go with the sea.
Ladies and gentlemen, please, again, remember the first rule. Okay, and thank you, by the way, for being so kind to Johnny. That was very nice. And when they say sing along, you know, give it a go. So we got a lot of new people tonight, and some new people just came in again. So I want to reiterate a few things. One, we are an acoustic only. So if you're bringing something like an electric instrument and expecting to plug it in, it won't work around here. Lady Z has a bass guitar, so she brings her own little pig amp. So if you need to borrow that, you should talk to her. She's pretty friendly, as long as you don't walk out the door with it. And that's about it. So if you're going to bring something that's a non-acoustic instrument, we do have a guitar, a house guitar up here. Maria, please. We have a house guitar up here, and it is attuned to standard tuning. Please use your inside voice or whisper. Okay, so up next, a newbie, somebody who's never been here before, and I want a big, round, warm applause for North Bay Bill, ladies.
Nice.
Thank you.
Cloverdale.
There's always one up there, too.
I've actually been here before in the last 10 years. I've been here 2 other times. And since Patty is taking the night off tonight, we're going to start with one of her songs. $8 bill goes swirling around my breast. I know they stole it, but I don't feel bad. I need that money, buy you things you never had. Oh, baby, did it mean so much to me? Oh, baby, I'll buy you all the things you need for free. Buy you a jet plane, baby, get you up on a higher plane, take you out there about the planets, and then they take you down deep. Where it's hot, in Arabia, baby, and cool and cold, in a field of snow, and we will roll and dream, roll and dream, and roll and dream, yeah, we're dreaming for free. Money, free money. Every night before I go to sleep, I find a ticket in the lottery. I took the pearls up from the sea. I cash them in and buy you all the things you need for free. Free money, free money, free money, free money, free money, free. She did a great show last night. She was sick. Her voice was dying. She still went all the way through the show. The show must go on, and you have to feed the host, Mr. Natural. Great man. Thank you. This is one of mine. It's called Hey Fairy Boat. Hey, fairy boat, take me to the city. Out on the water, you look so pretty. Hey, fairy boat, take me to the city tonight. You can come on down from the hill to the water. Have you heard about the war? And old John Sutter singing, take me to the city tonight. Sing along the party. Hey, fairy boat, take me to the city. Out on the water, you look so pretty. Hey, fairy boat, take me to the city tonight. That was great, man. We'll have more chances of that. Oh yeah, this song has the F word, so get ready with the earplugs. Frisco girl, you make a man holler. Ooh, baby, you can come and spend your dollar and pay me. Take me to the city tonight. Hey, fairy boat, take me to the city. Out on the water, you look so pretty. Hey, fairy boat, take me to the city tonight. Now me and the cowboy and a bottle of rum, we're singing sad like Shanghai suns. Take me to the city tonight. Let me hear you one more time, children. Hey, fairy boat, take me to the city. Out on the water, you look so pretty. Hey, fairy boat, take me to the city tonight. It was a Larkspur ferry, you can take me to the city. Old Vallejo ferry, looking mighty pretty, was an Oakland ferry. Took my daddy from the city one night. After the fire, went on down, 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 down. Hey, ferry boat, take me to the city tonight. Thank you all for listening.
So put your hands together again for Bill. Thank you, Bill. You got to come more than twice every 10 years. Please, 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 again, please, 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 we're recording this. It's going out over the, I don't want to hear what's going on with the people. I don't want to hear what's going on with the artist, but I want to hear myself talk. Please, 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 please have manners. Okay, up next, ladies and gentlemen, somebody who's been coming here for quite a while, and I'm really glad he's here tonight. Let's hear it for Rival.
Viva la revolution! Viva la revolution! The revolution has begun.
Hello, everybody. It's good to be back. That's fine, right there. Okay. Well, to start off, last year was an interesting year. As of December 15th, I finished my very first actual album. It's called Rival, Well, That Shut 'Em Up. I do not have copies right now. They're available online, but I'll have more to sell very soon. And in the height of that, I've kind of had to lock myself away for a couple months, just getting that finished. And so January kind of started off with me being in kind of a mental hiatus. I've been working on writing a couple songs, but just not really very focused on it, because it's like, okay, now I need to get out and see if I can find some kind of life aside from music for the time being, right? But it always comes back to music. It's the greatest saving grace I can think of, and I know many of us wouldn't be here tonight unless we dearly love music, dearly love our art. So what I'm going to do tonight, I don't call these cover songs. I call them tributes, because if I pick a song to do by another artist, I mean to tribute them, because in so many cases I grew up listening to this music, and it put the fire in me and it inspired me to be who I am. So this first one, Eric Clapton made this one famous, but it was written by Jimmy Cox, I believe, in 1929. This is an old blues tune. It's called Nobody Knows You When You're Down and Out.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Once I lived the life of a millionaire, spent all my money. Well, I just didn't care. Took all my friends out for a mighty good time. I bought bootleg liquor, champagne and wine, yeah. Well, then I began to fall so low. Lost all my good friends. I had nowhere to go. When I get my hands on $1 again, well, I'll hang on to it till that old eagle grins, yeah. 'Cause nobody knows you. When you're down and out, in your pocket, not one penny. And as for friends, you don't have any. When you finally get back on your feet again, everybody in the room wants to be your good old long lost friend. Said it's mighty strange without any doubt. Nobody knows you when you're down and out. your good old long lost friend. Said it's mighty strange, without any doubt. Nobody knows you. Nobody knows you. Nobody knows you when you're down and out. There you go. Thank you. I'm gonna have to stand for this next one. You're all comfortable sitting down, and now I'm way more comfortable standing for some reason. It's like I went and got professional or something here. What happened?
You got excited.
I know, I got excited. Gotta stand up and salute. This is an ovation guitar, so I guess you can call this a standing ovation. Huh? Okay, all right. So this next one, I had the pleasure of playing this with Lady Zeitgeist on Monday night at the Utah. And this has always been a favorite of mine. I grew up loving Elton John. And this is an Elton John tune. This is called Captain Fantastic and the Brown Dead Cowboy. Captain Fantastic, raised and regimented, hardly a hero. It's someone his mother might know. Quite clearly cares for cornflakes and classics, to tease both with sugar, please, in the back of an alley. While little dirt cowboys turn brown in their saddles, sweet chocolate biscuits, and the red rosy apples in summer. But it's hey Nick and hey Mom, to the paper say anything new. All the chances in the life for little dirt cowboys. Or should I make my way out from my home in the woods? Little dirt cowboys, still green and growing, city slick captain. Fantastic to be back, the honey the hive could be holding. For it's a weak-winged young sparrows that stop in the winter, broken young children on the wings of the winners, and the 68 summer festival wallflowers are thinning. But cheap bees and meals are hardly home on the range. Too hard for the band with a desperate desire for change. Thrown in the towel too many times, down for the count, and then we're down. Captain Fantastic and the Brown Dead Cowboys from the edge of the world to your town. And all this talk of Jesus coming back to see us, couldn't fool us. But we were spinning out the lights, walking on the wire, hand in hand the music and the rhyme, Captain and the kid stepping into the ring. From here on, sunny, 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 it's a long and lonely climb. But home on the range. Too hard for the band, with a desperate desire for change. We've thrown in the towel too many times, down for the count, and then we're down. Captain Fantastic, and the Brown, the Cowboys from the edge of the world to your town. Well, we've thrown in the towel too many times, down for the count, and then we're down. Captain Fantastic and the Brown, the Cowboys from the edge of the world to your town. Thank you.
Rival, ladies and gentlemen, his full name is Ryan Voss, V-O-S-S. You'll find the water out everywhere. His water is in every store. Voss water, please buy it. He doesn't get any of it, though.
Yeah, so give some of it back.
So every time you buy a bottle, please send 10 cents to Rival.
There you go.
Up next, ladies and gentlemen, another person. He's not extremely new here, but pretty new. Let's welcome to the stage Nick D, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, my favorite guitar. Is that Maria's?
No, I just have.
Maria has one, I have one. Club. Yeah, it's the FG. It's probably one of the nicest. You gotta play it like we are. All right. Nick D, ladies and gentlemen.
Fly by night. All original.
In a camera, she looks alright, and I see her every other night. And I wanna separate moments from the things that they made. So you wanna come around? I won't pretend that we are things that we are not. No one's gonna talk about. They won't ever figure out. Be right, baby, we're alright. 'Cause I won't ever come down. And I wait around every night just to see if she will put up a fight in the fucking games. I'm losing my mind. Don't care if I'm wrong. I'll make it alright. And you never hesitate, 'cause you know that you make your own fate. So you wanna come around. Won't pretend that we are things that we are not. No one's gonna talk about. They won't ever figure out. Be right, baby, we're alright. 'Cause I won't ever come down. hat and a coffee in his hand. Just another man like you and me. He's a man trying to understand. Friend by his side, reality falling by the wayside. They smiled, crooked laughs, probably unintelligible gibberish. Who can really tell? Yeah, who can really tell from behind a window pane? Yeah, who can really tell? Oh, it all looks the same. Smoking and thinking, presumably very deeply. Smoking and drinking, and they were drinking everything. Crash yet engaging, but not disturbing anything. But the differentiation to the mass in the city street must have got the attention of the police, who promptly slapped on cuffs and they hauled them away. Who can really tell? Yeah, who can really tell from behind a window pane? Yeah, who can really tell? Oh, it all looks the same. Oh, it all looks the same to another man.
Nick D, ladies and gentlemen. Put your hands together for Nick again. And now I gotta make some room on the stage.
For those of you who have not been here before, you're about to meet the mistress of darkness, Lady Z. And then later on tonight, we're going to have Dr. Dream. And then after Dr. Dream, we're going to have a poet come up here and do some reading. And we're going to have Dr. Dr. Dream and Lady Z. I birthed you children already.
Now wait a minute.
Dr. Z and Lady Dream, yeah. They'll come up here and they'll do some backup behind the poet. Okay? So it takes a little time for her to get her thing set up here. So next week, Lady Z will be the feature. She will start at 7 o'clock and she'll play until 7:30. So you'll have a half hour of her. And then usually she almost always does the Halloween, but you won't have to wait until October. We always like to have her do the Halloween show. So what I'm doing is, for those of you who want to know this, I'm trying to book features for the entire year.
Okay.
What has happened is a little political snafu has happened out on Haight Street. Haight Street was one of the few places where you could still put posters up on the poles.
Yeah.
And so a lot of us people like little venues like this who are off the street would put up posters so when the tourists come in on the weekends, they know what events are happening, and then we get more people here, right, on Thursday or Wednesday night. But the City Hall has given orders to all the people that clean the streets, the criminals they have that come and do their parole by cleaning up the streets. So they've told these criminals to tear all the posters down. So what's been happening is there's been some poster wars happening in which people put a poster up and they walk down the block and then the guy comes and tears it off and then they get into a fight. And that's been happening for a while. Meanwhile, City Hall has not done anything to revise the laws which say that you can poster on Haight Street. So the laws are still on the books that you can do it, but as a policy they're not letting people do it. So that puts us in a bind. We have to rely on social media, we have to rely on getting out a newsletter and email. So in the future I will be asking you to not only sign in, but if you could sign in and put your email underneath your name so I can start creating an email list. Then what I'm going to do is try to book the features for the entire year. And that way, within the next 2 months, I'll be able to put out a newsletter and announcement, and you'll know every single month who's playing what. And that way, we can get it out, and then you can take that email and forward it to some people you know, and hopefully we'll get some kind of what do they call that? A network tree. A network tree going, right? In the old days, my mother used to do that with the PTA, with the phone, right? She would call two parents, and they would call two parents, and telephone, telegraph, telequeen, and teleparent, the fastest forms of communication in the world, ladies and gentlemen. And now I would like to introduce for your entertainment, Lady Zeitgeist.
Yeah.
Alright, so I started out the song that I finished this morning, called Alibi. And now an instrumental. This one I actually did last week, but I revamped it with a looping pedal. It's called, I didn't have a name for it last week, I do now. It's called The Labyrinth Within.
Lady Zeitgeist. Give her a moment to clear up. And we're going to have up there next, ladies and gentlemen, Rob Jamner. Where's the tech crew when you need one?
We are our own tech crew.
That's how they used to look. Reasonable background. It is.
Actually, it'd be nice to like break between the house right there, so it picks up everything in. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, Rob Jamner.
Northbound, the trees are turning patches of yellow. Filling up with storm clouds. It doesn't make a difference where we go. The interstate is just a monotone. It's midnight when you lean on my shoulder. You say, don't you think it's time we pulled over? I pretend your words dissolve in the radio. Did the mic get unplugged? It doesn't matter. Can everyone hear me? Yeah. Awesome. Alright, so that was a song I wrote called Northbound. And I remember from last week that people like singing along to things. So I picked one of my songs that has a pretty easy to learn chorus. And so I decided to play that. As you catch on, you're welcome to sing along.
He pulled the plug, Johnny, with his feet, so you have to just push that top plug back into the
In 1 second.
Just push
Why
that
am I
into
still
the-
talking into the microphone when
There you
it's not
go,
on?
because it's an old right. There you go.
Yes.
Now don't step on it again, and you'll be fine.
Okay. I'll stay
There
right
you go.
Here.
The sweet spot.
I remember drawing a blue whale, chalk on the driveway. I remember making my own trails, watching out for snakes. I remember families I knew moving away, and now the night is almost over. People walk each other home. I know nobody, I'm alone, waiting in the middle of the road. Will someone see me? Will someone see me? Will someone know? I remember driving down the coast, Carolina Beach. I remember elaborate routines to help me fall asleep. Oh, the night is almost over. People walk each other home. I know nobody, I'm alone, waiting in the middle of the road. Will someone see me? Will someone see me? Will someone know? Have I become a snake? I've shed everyone. I know I'm cold. It's coming from the world around me. But I'm not full of venom. Will someone see me? Will someone see me? Will someone see me? Will someone see me? Will someone know? The night is almost over. People walk each other home. I know nobody, I'm alone, waiting in the middle of the road.
Thank you so much. My name's Rob Jamler.
And now, please welcome to the stage To Get Your Ass Kicked Royal by Charles Haymarket.
I will kick no ass tonight.
I will be polite. I already had all my aggression out earlier.
And then just show us all up in.
We had a.
Those of you who don't know, we had a little incident in here before y'all arrived.
Yeah.
Put the Spock on him. Just having fun.
Yeah, we had to clean up the blood in front of the stage.
But we didn't have to clean it.
I wrote these songs, and I have a CD that I like to sell. This song isn't on it. It's hard to try. I don't love you
anymore, and my mouth is just so dry. I can't forget to tell you, gotta remember how we first fell in love, baby. We got pretend so much, it'll never be the first touch. And we already know all the stories we told, and no matter how we travel down the same few roads, we do the same things in a typical day. We play the same chord in the same few shapes, and the melody struck in me, long-term cold. It's hard to try, but I don't love you anymore, and the words and the feelings forced. Yeah, I want to continue. I want to spend a little time here, and yet I'm feeling so cut into all the years we spent. Sometimes I feel like they've never been, and I leave you in the corner for days on end, and I grab you in excitement when I want to begin again. I don't think of your feelings, I take you around my friends, and I secretly know can't really reach the strings, and the melody struck in me, long-term cold. If I try, 'cause there's no real excuse for all this, and before the last embers die, let's make love one day at a time. I wanna hold you again and feel the fire of our first love. Please let it count for something. Had so much promise, and I won't tell if you don't tell exactly how many years together we fumbled through hell. There were moments of epiphany, too intense to write down. We'll make it fresh together, some way, somehow. I'll change your strings while you change my life. It's easier if I try. Remind me of that song you keep trying to teach me. Wake me up again, oh little Gibson. I spent too much time sleepwalking. Thank you. Each time I want to play something new, but each time I see new people, so makes me want to go back to the hits.
Right? Yeah.
Play anything, you'll be good.
Don't be safe.
No.
Don't be safe. I love it when you're dangerous.
Yeah, right.
Now, y'all can sing along on this because the chorus becomes evident.
Okay.
But if you do, you have to promise me you'll sing it like Mick.
Oh, like Mick.
You have to sing like Mick when you do it. Alright. I don't talk about it much, how I happen to outlive them all. Now the silence is so deafening, and their ghosts stir every fall. Had to lay him in the ground. All the members of my family now, faces soon be gone, 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 faces soon be gone. The pictures fill the dresser drawer, but we can only dig down so far. Is that beautiful Aunt Maria standing there with old Uncle Carl? I'd lay him in the ground. All the members of my family now, faces soon be gone, 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 faces soon be gone.
This guitar is rather stiff.
It worked the second time. I try not to look up too much, not even in my own mirror. All the people I see around me, Sunday, Saturday, gonna disappear. Have to lay them in the ground. All the members of my family now, faces soon be gone, 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 faces soon be gone. I'm walking like a ghost now, won't be too long in the sun. Every beating of my heart, yeah, reminds me I'll soon be gone. Got to lay in the ground with just a memory of my family now. Faces soon be gone, 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 faces soon be gone. Remember, you promised to sing it like me. Faces soon be gone, 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 faces soon be gone.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, the one, the only, my new amazing guitar student,
Yay!
Maria!
Well, for the first time in a long time, I am extremely happy. Because my ex was here, but instead of getting violent, I probably told her to leave me the fuck alone. And her response was to run like a little girl.
Good for you.
My man did not feel good to say that. Okay, this first song is a song about a friend who said he believed in me. And man, do I wish he was here right now to hear this song. Because this is the first time I sung this song. So I really wish he was here, but he's an open connection. On your bed, until I love you now. Not give up on me when I was out. You stood by my side no matter
Good, how are you? I like your shirt. Oh, yeah. I believe it. Yeah, but reality's overrated.
And now let's welcome to the stage a newbie, and you know how we love to sacrifice virgins at the sacred grounds. So let's welcome to the stage Trevor. Give him a big round of applause.
He warned you. Please get ready before. Because every minute you waste up there, it keeps getting pushed back. So at the end of the day, that's like 20 minutes, and then there's 2 or 3 people can't play. So we try to get you to warm up and get tuned up before you go there.
I'm not playing. Love you, Trevor. I'm just sitting there.
You're warmed up anyway. You're making comments for it.
I don't have a name for it yet, but here it goes. She fell out of love. Who's to think she just played it off? She said it could never be the same, so just carry on, boy. But please remember me as you go on chasing your dreams. Write me a love song, make it sweet, say all the good ways that you feel about me. I won't say I'm sorry for the way that I feel. Tell me you love me, so I know that it's real. I wrote you a love song, so you know how I feel, 'cause we got it all wrong. And now the pain is much too real, so help me remember. Remember how it feels to fall in love. I won't say I'm sorry, so leave me alone. You said you loved me, but now you're gone, 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 gone. Oh yeah, she's gone, she ain't never coming home. Oh yeah, she's gone, she just got right up and left me. I know she said she would never forget me. I sit here aching with my broken heart, makes me wonder how she ever made me fall so hard. Oh yeah, I feel so hard now. Oh, so far, I feel so far, and I ain't ever coming home. Went to the room, took a look in my eyes, saw something there that I haven't for some time. The emptiness and the look in my eyes, I wondered if it will ever be alright. Who knows? Who knows? Can't think of anything to do since you've gone, darling. I lost touch. All I do is just sit around and think of all I've lost, I've lost, I've lost. And she cries, oh Lord, I should cry. When she cries, and she cries, and she cries, till she cries. You don't know me when I don't know you no more. I don't know you, and you don't know me no more. And not even a kiss on my lips can begin to convince me that you've changed. Oh, I said not even a kiss on my lips can begin to convince me that you've changed. Oh, no, no, I wanna know you, but not even a kiss on my lips can begin to convince me that you've changed. And she cries, oh Lord, I should cry. And she cries, and she cries, yes she cries, till she cries. You don't know me
Oh no, I said no, you don't know me no more.
Trevor, let's hear it for Trevor. You can stand or stand.
Hello, everyone.
Hello. Welcome, newbie.
Hi, I'm a newbie. Everyone, give it up for Trevor one more time. Alright, I'm going to start off singing a song that a friend of mine wrote.
And who are you?
Oh, yeah, my name is Malia.
Where are you from, Leah?
I'm from San Francisco.
Oh, good. We've never seen you here before. Please come by. That's that Chinese song, Tu Ning.
Bing Dang Owl.
My job.
Well, these days I sit in my bedroom, I think about what you might be doing. Who you with? Is she confident? What words does she use? And how does she say them to you? I'm not myself, I'm somebody else. Feel blue in a world full of red blood cells. My memories in me, so lonesome we be. Well, we hold on so tight when we know it's all falling apart. Falling apart. Hold on. You got this. You got it. Woo! I love you.
That's what we do here. Go ahead. Wow. Jump right back in. No chuckle fucking allowed.
Hold on so tight when we know it's all falling apart. Falling apart. Yeah. You used to treat me so right. Well, you really put a hurt on my heart. Hurt on my heart. Yeah. New things, they come and they offer me one. Leave me with their smell and their taste on my tongue. Breathe into me new life. Yes, they make me feel satisfied. Oh yes, in the end, it doesn't make sense when I found out you are. I lost it again. Oh no. Well, we hold on so tight when we know it's all falling apart. Falling apart. Yeah. Treat me so right. Boy, you really put a hurt on my heart. Hurt on my heart. Yeah. And we hold on
fingers, life has never been the same. Took for granted, now you are left without someone that you can't help but to think about. Memories bouncing around, life turned upside down, all just 'cause you let them slip away. But hey, ain't gonna let you slip away. Begging, darling, baby, won't you stay? Ain't gonna let you slip away. Yeah, ain't gonna let you slip away. Do do do, do do do. Staring at the stars, wishing that they'll come back someday. Something like an old favorite song, but you just can't hit replay. 'Cause you let them go, now you're all alone, waiting patiently next to the telephone, hoping for a ring, but you hear nothing, just the sound of yourself saying, promising, hey, ain't gonna let you slip away. Begging, darling, baby, won't you stay? Ain't gonna let you slip away. Yeah, ain't gonna let you slip away. Oh, I let you go before, but not again. 'Cause now I know what it's like to call you up and say that we're just friends. So hey, ain't gonna let you slip away. Begging, darling, baby, won't you stay? Ain't gonna let you slip away. Hey, ain't gonna let you slip away. Ain't gonna let you slip away. Begging, darling, baby, won't you stay? Ain't gonna let you slip away. Hey, ain't gonna let you slip away.
Nice. Kind of folk jazz, right?
It's a hot new thing that's happening these days.
So next week, our feature is going to be Lady Zeitgeist. Yeah. She will play from 7 o'clock until 7:30. The following week will be Charles Haymarket. You heard him a little bit earlier, the suit that rocks. The suit that rocks. Yeah.
He got a haircut.
He will be here the following week after that, so in 2 weeks he'll be doing a set. And then the following week, little Maria, who you saw up here, she'll be doing a feature. So our feature happens from 7 o'clock until 7:30, and then the normal open mic starts at 7:30 usually. I really appreciate all the new people who came tonight. Thank you very much for coming. And thanks for putting up with me being such a crab ass tonight. So, I have to tell you, it helps. It really does help. It helps if you pay attention to the artist. Number one, you will be up here later, and you wouldn't like it if I told everybody to talk through your set. And talking's cool, but you got to kind of like use your inside voice and make sure it's not more than 15 seconds. We do have tables and chairs set up outside, and one of the reasons is if you want to have a smoke break and smoke anything you want, you just gotta go outside.
No.
If it's really toxic, go around the corner and there's some tables right here. And you can talk all night long. We can't hear you if you're far enough away. I'm sorry. If you're far enough away, we can't hear you, and that's fine. And then when you're ready to hear the artist, then you come back in and you shut the fuck up, right?
Right on.
So this next artist here is very near and close to my heart. We used to have an Irish actor, famous actor, who used to come here. Sometimes he would do little Irish brogues and stuff, and he'd act out stories. And being Irish and Scottish myself, I love liars.
Yeah.
And the more flowery the lie, the better, of course.
Yeah.
Or as my mother said, I do not lie, I just exaggerate artistically. And I would like to bring up to the stage one of my favorite storytellers. Ladies and gentlemen, Dr. Dream and her Sonic Imaginorium.
Yeah. Dream.
Hi, everybody. I'm Dr. Dream. I am the imagination mover. And you all know the doctor is definitely on. Yes, I like to take everyone's crooked imaginations and put you all in the body of a female half of a married couple in 1975. Taking you back in time. And now, yes, that's really getting on my nerves a little bit. Enough? Okay. So, what I'd like to do is to put you in this life of this gentleman who seems to be lost. They got off on a country road, driving along. And so you happen to notice a mansion on top of a hill nearby, and figure you can probably get a tow. And so you go trudging up this hill, and you ring the bell. And pretty soon the door opens. And the butler comes to the door and says, "Yes, may I help you?" And you explain, your situation, the fact that, car broke down, etc., and all this stuff. And he says, you want to use his phone to bring in the tow truck. And so, yes, follow me. And so you step in. He shuts the door. And you follow him. And he says, now, down that hallway down there, just go all the way down, you can't miss it. But whatever you do, don't open up either one of those doors along the way down. And you go, and so you're walking down.
brothers, and you're hearing weird kind of noises come there. And the butler, he hears and says, "Don't open up any of those doors. This is an interdimensional house. And then he goes away, and you're still walking down this thing. And you keep hearing these sounds. All kinds of weird things. And so all of a sudden, I'm going to open up one of these things. I'm telling you, begging not to do it. Shut up! I'm going to do it. This is some idiot. He opens the door. And there in front of you is this room, but it isn't really a room. It looks like something else. There's a freeway. All these sounds, and then you look up in the sky, and there's biplanes up there. And they're fighting jet fighters. And you run out of there, and you run up the hall. And he says, "I warned you this was an interdimensional house." And just at that moment, a big Mack truck comes along. And that dumbass husband of yours is no more. Ladies and gentlemen, hobos and tramps, cross-eyed mosquitoes and bow-legged ants. Welcome.
Yes,
So now is the spoken word portion. The gentleman that is here is James. He'll explain what's happening. He's been writing a book, and for the last few weeks he's been reading about 5 to 8 minutes of it, with a little backup from Lady Z and Dr. Dream. So, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the stage James Conrad.
Rick, why wouldn't we?
And Lotus, you're next. On my screen.
You guys are good.
People ain't got no reason to go on before me at an open mic.
Little Randy Newman there for you. Anyway, good evening and welcome My name is James Conrad. I am from New Haven, Connecticut. Live in San Francisco now. I've recently published my 4th book, which is Zurdo Cleans House. We get a good view of me, and
Yeah.
all right, just making sure because we had that little
Yeah,
mishap.
we got your, well, you're so tall. All we see is a beard going.
Oh.
We got you.
Okay, good. So this is my most recent novel, which I previously had published as a serial on the website I write for, latest.com, a progressive news and op-ed site, and I've thrown a little bit of fiction. So it's about a fella named Lorenzo Ruiz, aka Zurdo, which is Spanish for lefty, which he is, and he's wrongfully incarcerated, you know. So we're at chapter 3 now, which is the part where his older brother Ramon visits him in prison, and directly behind me we have Lady Zeitgeist, the gifted multi-instrumentalist and polymath. And for the second portion of my performance here, we're going to have Dr. Dream helping us out. So, enough of my yammering. Time for episode 3 of Zurdo Cleans House. Hit it, Daisy.
Yeah. Cool.
With a telephone receiver to his ear, Zurdo looked at his brother Ramon through the wired glass window. "I just wanted to tell you," said Zurdo. "I really appreciate you helping me turn my life around when I got out of Quentin." Ramon smiled. "Hey, it's nothing," he said. "I'm glad I was able to help you. Anyway, for what it's worth, I don't believe for 1 second that you did what they say you did." With a glum expression, Zurdo nodded his head, lowered his eyes, then looked back at his older brother. "It's nice that you think I'm innocent," he said, "but that's probably not going to stop me from going to prison for the rest of my life." "It probably won't be for the rest of your life," said Ramon. "The truth always comes out sooner or later." Zurdo looked his brother in the eye, stretched his lips into an embittered grin, smiling with only his mouth. "Yeah, but by that time I'll be a broken down old man who'll never get back the time those bastards will have stolen from me." Ramon sighed with sympathy for his brother. "Well, if it means anything to you, people have been taking to the streets about you because they want you to be free," he said. "People love you." He removed his wallet from his pocket and took out a wrinkled, dog-eared clipping from the San Jose Mercury News with tears along the edges, showing a crowd of people, most of them Hispanic, impassioned and righteously angry looks on their faces as they waved signs bearing such messages as "Free Zurdo now," "Stop the racism in the legal system," and "No justice, no peace." He showed it to Zurdo. Zurdo took a long look at the photograph in the newspaper clipping. In the center of the crowd, he could see Ramon and the rest of his brothers and sisters, along with Father Leon Estrada, the priest at St. Victor's Catholic Church where the Ruiz family attended Mass. Although Zurdo's face softened, his cheeks began to burn, and he felt a knot forming in his throat as his eyes welled up. You guys look good here," he said with a smile, sneaking a deep breath as his voice broke and the tears streamed down his face. "Dad and Javier would be proud of all of you." He rested his head in his hands and cried. Ramon smiled. "You know we all have your back," he said. "Don't give up. Also, I'll keep a spot for you open on the crew. You know that." Zurdo just sat there sobbing, pausing every now and again to ask with an anguished tone, "Why?" "Keep your chin up," said Zurdo. "Keep your chin up, Zurdo," said Ramon. "It'll get better one day." That was episode 3 of Zurdo Cleans House, and I actually have a little bit of a bonus thing for you. I just need to sit down. Okay, and Dr. Dream's gonna get her camera set up.
And Smithsonian.
Right. So while she's doing that, I am going to tell you a bit about this next piece. I recently wrote an open letter to R. Crumb sitting at that very table behind my friend, well, it was behind my friend Ryan Voss. He's since gotten up. Basically, as you know, earlier this month there was a horrible terrorist attack at the offices of the French satirical magazine Charlie Hebdo, which has shook a lot of people up, including myself, because I've gotten death threats, believe it or not, like for the stuff I've published online, these op-eds I do. You know, as Paul Newman once said, I'm a liberal, ain't it great? But yeah, I mean, in addition to being accused of being an anti-Semite, an atheist, a Satan worshiper, and a homosexual, I've also gotten death threats. And R. Crumb's one of my childhood heroes. And the cartoon he did in response to the shooting, you know, and don't get me wrong, I'm all in favor of free speech. I'm not going to say that it should be banned. But I do believe that there's such a thing as a waste of free speech. And, you know, one classic example is basically, you know, using your talent to produce lame, weak bullshit, which was exactly my impression of art. Well, I'll just read the letter, and Doc and Lady Z could set the mood. This is an open letter to Robert Crumb. Dear Mr. Crumb, it is a damn shame that I have to write this letter, as I am a longtime fan of your work, particularly the illustrations of bluesmen and the stories in American Splendor. I am disappointed and appalled by the tone you take in addressing the tragic spree shooting at the Charlie Hebdo magazine offices in Paris. Whereas I have appreciated your irreverence for a very long time, especially because it attaches itself very well to your distinct and highly personal drawing style, your whack-ass, hairy-ass cartoon did no justice whatsoever to the memory of Honoré, Tignou, Cabu, Sharp, Walensky, nor any others who lost their lives in the attack. Though I concede that it was brave of you to admit your cowardice and perhaps also speechlessness through your art in the wake of the massacre, making any sort of play at drawing Muhammad's hairy ass is nothing more than an inflammatory cheap shot that does anything but address the dangers of religious fanaticism. Are you really that much of a fucking idiot that you would think that showing a picture of a hairy ass and declaring it to be Muhammad's with them being all like, haha, just kidding, actually, it's the ass of my friend Mohammed Bakshi, a movie producer who lives in Los Angeles, California, would be a good enough save to cool down a pissed-off fanatical terrorist. They don't like jokes, riddles, limericks, or even haikus at the expense of Muhammad, and even Cabu, who is already dearly missed, had at least the decency, empathy, and presence of mind to imagine that Muhammad is upset and exhausted by being loved by jerks. Had he lived, he would have drawn a cartoon of Muhammad commiserating with Jesus. I can picture it now. Why is it that so many people who love me are assholes, says Muhammad. I feel for you, Mo, says Jesus. I got the same problem. Can I get you a glass of wine? No, says Muhammad, it's against my religion. And stop calling me Mo. Hell, you could have also drawn a cartoon of a Qaeda terrorist violently desecrating the grave of Fritz the Cat while a pair of more peaceful Muslims walked past offering derision. What a loser. Yeah, I know, some people will do anything for attention. And here I am, I can't draw worth a damn, and I'm doing half your job for you. Shit, I could even do the stick figures for you just like Harvey Picard. Furthermore, please tell me just what the hell your 40-year grudge against Ralph Bakshi has to do with the unnecessary deaths of a dozen people on the side of free speech. There's no reason to bring up irrelevant, petty shit. Don't you think he's as wigged out as the next person? What is your problem, you self-centered asshole? Leave Ralph Bakshi out of this. Sincerely, James Jeffrey Parfit Conrad. P.S. If you draw the cartoons I suggested, you just might possibly redeem yourself. I'd say it's worth a shot. Thank you very much.
Yes!
Thank you very much to Mr. Natural for having me, and to Dr. Dream and Lady Zeitgeist, aka Why Wouldn't Me, because as we all know, Dr. Dream plus Lady Zeitgeist equals Why Wouldn't Me. I'm James Conrad. It's been lovely here. Everyone's been great. Yeah, you were walking past.
I got stuck.
And everyone's been great, and I'll see you next week for episode 4 of Zurdo Cleans House. Oh! And if you do want to buy a copy of my book, I have a few hard copies with me, and they're $10 each. Thanks very much, and enjoy the rest of the show.
Great job. Thank you both.
Good. And as soon as the stage clears out here, oops, be back. Back. We'll get Lotus up here.
You're still right in here. There you go. Chords in mind.
All right, hello, testing. We're still broadcasting, we're still in. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the stage, Lotus.
Is that good?
Is that good for you?
You think it's maybe a little higher? About. Hello. That's about right? Okay, I want to welcome to the stage here as backup and
You're the main guy.
All right, here we go. Oh gosh, where's the young folks here? Oh well.
Marijuana.
Hey you guys, you're gonna miss them.
That's all right.
All right, here we go. Campus, probably business ridiculous, but we all know how you love your cocaine. Campus, come on now, Campus, we know who's profiting from all this. It's good. Big drug companies and all their evil brains. But your brain's kind of mushy. Your mouth's like a slushy. Are now thinking lies.
Yeah, it smells good.
Candace, oh Candace, help with the pain and all her illnesses, yeah. Doctor, my doctor, she said, got the real good for my crazy old head. Well, I think so. Candace, oh Candace, now pass me that fatty, gonna give you a kiss. Mwah. Your SDA's in cahoots with their business. Pushy, we ain't being pushy. DEA just said so pushy, honey, but we really don't care. We don't care, 'cause cannabis revolution's in the air. Oh, I could do, here's the where we all take kazoo and five-part harmony. Frankly, we don't give a damn. Don't care, 'cause Canada's revolution. I said, Canada's revolution. Yeah, well, Canada's revolution's in the air. Get out of the way now, thunder. Canada's revolution is in the air. Ba-do-ba-do-ba-do-ba-do. Bong.
Anything good.
Okay, all right. I'm just doing some old classics tonight, and another old classic is this one.
You are no good.
But I want to be on social here. You guys have already heard it, that's all right. Here we go. Inappropriate, that describes me to T. Inappropriate, that's the way I'm supposed to be. Inappropriate, allergic to reality. Should I try to be you or just be me?
Yeah.
Inappropriate, saying things I should not say. Wearing colors, rainbows from a long gone day. Wild ideas, though my hair's a little gray. Shiny silver, actually, honey. Put some tape on my mouth, the truth is out there anyway. The emperor of war is finery. The people were supposed to clap, but a very inappropriate little boy just wouldn't go for all that crap. He was inappropriate, yelling that the king was naked. Inappropriate, somehow he just wouldn't take it. Inappropriate, yelling out just what he saw. He really gave those peasants a big hee-haw. Yeah. Oh, he was naked. So you must never speak the truth at any cost. You must always claim your rulers never lost all their senses, even though they clearly have. They'll, all you crazy rebel-rousers, slam you in jail and all that jazz. All their stupid, inappropriate jazz.
Yeah.
And we know they're just so inappropriate. Yeah, they don't have a clue. But they think I'm inappropriate. How could that be true?
Yeah.
Inappropriate.
Lotus, ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for Lotus. And let's welcome up to the stage Ryan Casada.
No, you're getting taller because I'm getting older. You know how gravity is?
Ryan, you can't get any shorter. You get any shorter, and I'm really like rock.
Hey, but we all look up to him.
That's true. But I see his kneecap.
Sorry. Alright. I didn't know what I was gonna play.
There's Ryan and Jesus.
Oh, right. Right behind him. A guy.
Hey, you're both wearing the same colors.
Dirty gang.
Jesus can't rock glasses.
Sorry the way I left. I'm sorry those things I said. You know I didn't mean to cause you any harm or act like that. I never did. 'Cause that ain't me. I'm not what you want. You're not what I want either. It's just a fantasy that we made as teenagers. But welcome to reality, where there's no space for you and me. Now my plans are lost at sea, just like the rest of me. And I go ballistic. Oh baby, I'm the tightrope walker, and I'm close to falling down. Oh baby, I'm the tightrope walker. Would you catch me on the ground? Didn't mean to get so broke down. I didn't mean to get so angry, to destroy everything that's us. It's just the way my mind works. I know that yours does too. Oh baby, together we are doomed. I've been looking for adventure in the soul of your heart, when the lights are getting darker and we're driving in my car, and I'm writing songs for you on the frets of my guitar in the passenger seats. They're so unrealistic. So put on your lipstick, put on a dress. We could play house, man, wife, and kids. 'Cause that's what you want, isn't it? Isn't it? Isn't it? I'm not stable and I'm not sturdy. I'm not attached, so I'm not worthy. I'm on a mission to get my hands so filthy fucking dirty. And be alone sometimes. Alone. Oh baby, I'm the tightrope walker, and I'm close to falling down. Oh baby, I'm the tightrope walker. Would you catch me on the ground? I know that I can get so crazy with all the ideas inside my head. I wanna live them all out until they're stone cold dead. I know that it hurts you. Oh, how I must hurt you so bad. I'm so all or nothing. There's no middle fertile ground. If I don't love you, then I fear you. There's no fooling around. I don't control the switch. At least I'm honest, unless I can speak. Oh baby, I'm the tightrope walker, and I'm close to falling down. Oh baby, I'm the tightrope walker. Would you catch me on the ground? Would you catch me on the ground? Would you catch me on the ground?
Woo! Wow! Yeah! Woo!
Alright.
Glad it's just a family.
Yeah, right? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, this is
Fuck everybody, I love Greg.
And all those moves, you know what I'm saying?
alright. Well, I told my dad I blew a .24. He said, I'm gonna kill you, son, if you do that anymore. I said, no, Dad, I'm lucky that I didn't already die. He said, okay, son, now don't you ever drink and drive. I said, no way, Dad, I only drive high. He said, wow, then you're real lucky to be alive, wise guy. Thinks because it's smoked in a pipe, that means you're sober. You've only got one life, YOLO, your truck could have rolled over. You could have smashed into the dust. Then what would have became of us? I'm sorry for the guilt trip. It's just tough love. Well, I had a happy childhood and I grew up right. But sometimes when I drink, I black out, pass out for the night. One must be 29, enough is really plenty, and I ain't friendly anymore. My friend said you have got to give this up for good. The devil's knocking on your door. The devil's knocking on your door. They took me to the mountain, and I sweated out for a week. And I seen a whiskey bottle in my head every time I dreamed. Got a waiting for it growing in my head. I finally believe this alcohol is gonna get me dead. I swear to God I'll never drink again. 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 What day is it? Thank you, my name's Ryan Casada.
And let's welcome to the stage Kevin North! I love it now we're all really cooking.
What happened to your door? Where's your vocalist?
Bold of energy. It's me.
He has vocals, you know.
Sorry, I'll bring the next thing.
You do play.
Oh, welcome to the world we have today. Sometimes sunny, sometimes rain. It's been so long now, it's always been the way. It's so easy. I've decided I'm gonna turn it off. A constant diatribe of nothing that I want. Human values are a mystery to me. It's not easy. It's not easy. 'Cause I've had enough of war, had enough of hate, had enough of death. The world is such a state. Then someone's telling me the way that I should be, but all I get to see is people killing people. People killing people. Okay, alright. Enough is enough. Dig a big hole and bury all that stuff. Race, religion and borders, it ain't tough. It's so easy. It's so easy. 'Cause I've had enough of war, had enough of hate, had enough of death. The world is such a state. And someone's telling me the way that I should be, but all I get to see is people killing people. Oh no, people killing people. Yeah, people killing people. You know it. Oh, people killing people. More. People killing people. People killing people.
Wow.
Yeah.
Thank you. Nice song. So contemporary. So sad.
It's like you give a pound of flesh, isn't it?
Yes, it is. If it's well done.
I prefer it well done.
Yes.
I'm not gonna lie down now. Oh, we can all sing in here, can't we?
Take another pound of flesh.
Oh, son. I want to be in tune, though. Here we go. Hey! And no one came to criticize, no one to complain. Just in to spend some time and play some music games. Some were smoking cannabis, others they had none. We just kept on holding hands and singing this little song. Oh, we can swing together 'cause we feel we're doing it right. We can swing together, we can swing all through the night. Yeah, just when things were happening, around about 10 to 4, was the sound of screaming babes and doggies at the door. When the voice of officialdom said, "Open in the name of the law," we just kept on holding hands, singing this song some more. Yeah, we can swing together 'cause we feel we're doing it right. We can swing together, we can swing all through the night. Here we go now. Look the fucking verse every time.
I like that verse.
Every time.
Love it.
I'm gonna find it. I'll miss it out. Fuck it. Took us all to see the judge with a wicked on his head. Heard a case with a smile on his face, and this is what he said. Gonna send you all to jail for doing this terrible thing. As he marched us to the cells, I swear I heard him sing. Oh yeah, we can swing together 'cause we feel we're doing it right. We can swing together, we can swing on through the night. Whoa, we can swing together 'cause we feel we're doing it right. We can swing together, we can swing all through the night. Take me to Newcastle.
Yeah, let's hear it for Mr. North. Kevin. And now I'd like to bring up Pete and Jack, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, here this is for you.
I got one.
Oh, you got one? All
Yeah,
right.
love the tits. I mean,
Yeah, they are. They're reasonable facts.
did I say that on the air?
They're reasonable facts. I drew them myself.
You grew them yourself?
Well, I grew them.
Thanks for the memory.
Thanks for the memories.
Memories, yeah.
Didn't matter. First song, great social, politically important it is not, Mercedes-Benz. It's called The Ballad of Fred Lefty.
Yeah, we got him.
Okay, now this has to do with my boobs. I'm going to get my breasts taken off on 28th.
The 28th?
Yes.
This month?
Yes. Actually, I'll be waiting. Anyway, so to the tune of Andre Lefty, Joey Jones. Living on the edge, you know, was bound to make them feeling mean. Tied up tighter than a drum, for fear that they just might be seen. They weren't my bosom buddy, but the closest ones it seemed. I will not cry when we say goodbye. They fade into my dreams. Red and Lefty always hung around. They'd show up as if on a dare. I tried like hell to hide them both, but still somehow they'd be right there. Red and Lefty will be leaving soon, in a few days around high noon. There won't be no parting words. This is your lonely tune. All the doubters had their say, but I'm gonna do it anyway. Red and Lefty, I raise my glass. Red, you kiss my ass. Come on, sing along with us. Everybody. All the doubters had their say, but I'm gonna do it anyway. Red and Lefty, I raise my glass.
Can you kiss my ass? You rest can kiss my ass.
Oh, you kiss my ass. By the way, after it gets removed, I'm gonna have a party. Nice. The only way I can follow that up is with a stripper song.
All right, yes. Appropriate.
Now I gotta take my microphone off of here.
Go ahead, just pull it out.
With that. Now, baby, take off your coat. Real slow. Baby, tuck up your shoes. Take off your shoes. Now let me help you undress. Yes, yes, yes. You can leave your hat on. You can leave your hat on. You can leave your hat on. Now go and turn on the lights. All the lights. Now come on here now. Come on, raise up your hands. Get on that chair. You know that's right. Now raise your arms up in the air. Come on, you ain't dead now. Come on now. Now shake a funky circle. You give me a reason to live. You give me a a reason to live. You give me a reason to live. You give me a reason to live. Yeah. Oh, come on, Luke. You can leave your hat on. Oh, baby, you can leave your hat on. Oh, darling, dear, leave your hat on. Talking, trying to tear us apart. They don't believe in this love of God. They have no concept of something. They don't know what love is. Ah, they don't know what love is. They don't know what love is. We know what love is, honey, with children. Oh, pretty baby, leave your hat on. Oh, darling, my dear, leave your hat on. Baby, leave your hat on. I'll give you $50 if you can keep your hat on. Told you it was a stripper song.
It won't go in. Oh, you did it. Yeah, it's like putting a square peg.
I don't want to talk about it. Considering what I just said.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome to the stage Logan.
Thank you, Jack.
Standing? Yes.
Logan, ladies and gentlemen.
Hey.
There you are.
Yes, I was going to play some songs that I don't usually play. I guess they'd be B-sides if I had it.
B-sides, okay.
That doesn't really
I did the whole album of B-sides.
Oh, yeah? Alright, so this is a song called I Want to Know, and it's, I wrote it the day that my car got broken into, and I didn't have anything in it. It was just kind of one of those things where I had a bunch of questions about stuff after, so.
I want to know all the answers to all the questions in my good heart. Where to begin? I just don't know. I just don't know where to better start. Why do we build all our dreams up, all our dreams on such stubborn ground? I'd cash them in, and I'd be a winner. I'd be a winner if my chips went down. Just when I think I know, when the days they move so slow, and the eve I try to make things right, they're always turning to light. They're always turning me, God, why do I worry? Why do I worry if it ain't my fault? And tell me, mine, why do you ponder? Why do you ponder when the room gets dark? And I won't be seeing you tonight. The stars align just right. The wind could blow with all its might. Still we pass like ships in the night. Still we pass like ships in the night.
Nice.
All right, I'll just. I forgot the picking stuff. All right. So I grew up in.
There, isn't there?
No, I forgot like the picking.
Picking.
I'm gonna do this one. It's a little slower one. So I grew up in Memphis, Tennessee, and this is a song about Memphis. From someone that grew up in
Steady as the river flows, boarding up the windows, and mercy missed her destination, drove straight through the Greyhound station. Corner boys are hanging around. Let me take you downtown. There's tension out on Beale Street, barricades and armed police. Bridges are burning in Memphis tonight, and you can see it in their eyes. Bridges are burning in Memphis tonight. If you listen closely, you can hear it in their sighs. When I was just a little kid, I thought that I had more to give. There's always been another town. I dreamed I'd be hanging around. The Rockies never tried to roll. Music's always had some soul, and the blues will always have a home. Anytime you feel alone, bridges are burning in Memphis tonight, and you can see it in their eyes. Bridges are burning in Memphis tonight. If you listen closely, you can hear it in their sighs. If you cross the county line sometime around the 4th of July, fireworks on every sign. We'll tear them down come morning time. Acceptance walks a steady line. Every reason has its rhyme. There's some things that'll never change, and others that you hope will always stay the same.
Sweet!